Well. Welcome, everybody. Hello there. Hello. Welcome to the Esteban Hour, episode 1, season 2. I miss everybody. I've got to start out with saying that I miss everybody. It is 2025. It's been what? 2 years? Maybe? No, it hasn't been that long. Been a little bit over a year. Um, hello, and hello. Happy Valentine's Day to everybody. We are back. We are back. We have so much to update everybody on. Today was is a fitting day for us to start off season 2 to the Esteban Hour. Again, happy Valentine's Day to everybody out there. Did you miss us? Did you miss us? Well, we're back. All right. So much going on internally, so much going on externally. But today has been the day of love. All right. And that is what our first episode is about because there's not enough love in this world. All right. So I know a lot of my fans and followers are eager to know what has been going on. We will get back to that coming in the upcoming um, episodes. But tonight is about love. Love thy neighbor, love yourself, love your children, love your parents. It's not just about your spouse or your girlfriend, your boyfriend. All right. Too much hate in the world, too much war, too much greed, too much me, and not enough love. All right. And so that is what we are opening the second season of the Esteban Hour with. All right. Where is the love? All right. We've got some guests tonight, some returning guests from season 1. Our very own JB, Mr. John himself. We have some new guests that will be coming on the show as well for the first time. All right, giving our experiences, our personal stories on what we've gone through or what others or loved ones that we know have gone through. All right. As I mentioned, so much going on, right? So much going on. New president, new rules, new laws, the temperatures, the weather. Crazy. We hear that eggs are costing an arm and a leg again. Yes. As gas prices rising, what else is going on? All right, we have a whole season of where we're going to talk about what's going on in politics, what's going on in the world, what's going on in our homes, because we know that's what the Estebanana Hour is about. All right, how things affect us, the regular people, the everyday people, such as you and I. All right, how are politics affecting our lives? How are prices, the economy, our jobs, healthcare, our lives, our health, our children, our families, our parents who are getting older. That is what the Esteban Hour is about and will continue to be about in season 2. The emotions, the sensitivity, the feelings of one another. All right, not just about money, not just about the White House, Congress, but what's going on behind closed doors in our house. That the world or the government is responsible for and how it's affecting you and I. All right. With that said, today is the day of love. Love. All right. We want to stress that Valentine's Day, yes, we love our spouse. We love our husbands, our wives, our girlfriends, our boyfriends. But what about our children? How often do you get to say, I love you to your children? Now, if you were someone like me, I was raised up in a home full of structure, right? And there was love. We were fed, we were clothed, we always had a roof over our heads. But we didn't get too often I love you. And that was because my mom, she wasn't raised that way, where her mom said that to her. So we didn't really get that on an everyday basis. When I was a teenager, I used to be jealous of my friends and seeing how they interacted with their family, with their parents. It was always warm, affectionate, loving, caring, a hug. They kissed each other all day long. I didn't get that. And so it made me become a person that was full of love, full of emotion, full of sensitivity, and now one who broadcasts and screams, I love you. All right. With that said, this is a brother right here that I grew up with. We are childhood friends. I love this brother to death. This is John John. If y'all know him with our duo, our famous duo, Lady D and John John. Lady D, by the way, she is going to be making a guest appearance really, really quick during the show. Let's bring Mr. JB in. How the hell are you, my brother?
Welcome back.
I'm good.
Welcome back.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. It's good to be back. As I was saying earlier, I haven't heard that theme song in so long.
Exactly.
Y'all used to make fun of that.
It gets catchy after a while.
It gets cat.
After a while, you just stay in it out of the blue, like, wait, where did that even come from?
Yeah, actually, a very good friend of mine created that for me. He's a music writer and composer, and he created that for me.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. So, Mr. JB, Mr. Nobody Likes You of Wasted Talent. That gives me the that
I've
means.
been going on since we last did a show. A lot been going on. Life been lifing.
Listen, to who has it not been, right? It's been a roller coaster for everybody, for the
Yes.
world. Woo! We got a lot to talk about, a lot to make fun of.
I
We got a
cover the label. They're not giving me a promo.
lot.
No free promos.
Oh, I'm listen. So, happy Valentine's Day to you and to your family. It is the day of love, and our theme is love thy neighbor. And I know that you've had a few things to say on the subject because you know that word, that feeling, that emotion does not get spread around enough. Tell me your thoughts.
It goes both ways, honestly. In some cases, it doesn't go around enough. In other cases, people use it without grasping the true meaning of it. So
Hmm.
it's used loose. And in those cases, it just gets all fouled up. So again, like you, I was brought up in a structured setting as a child where my parent, my grandparent was in my life. So disrespect was not tolerated in no way, shape, or form. But again, the love was there. I could actually say I received it more so from my grandmother than my mom. Like the I love you was there, but the whole give me a kiss, give me a hug, it was standoffish at times. But so I get that feeling of how you feel when you said that wasn't prevalent in your growing up in your times as a child and stuff. So I totally understand. But all we need. Love is all we need. I'm just so whew, I'm mind blown, man. I'm actually looking at the logo. I'm happy to be here. Like Rakim says, it's been a long time.
It's been a long
It's been
time.
a long time.
Blah 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 blah. So listen, all right.
But it feels good to be back.
Your video feed, you're freezing a little.
Well, you just did as well. I was like, he came back.
Really?
You gonna say something or you want me to continue? Yeah. You want me to keep talking, or you want to jump in? I don't
No, we
want
good. We
to
good. We
set
good.
my
We good. We good.
boundaries,
We good.
but everything, yeah,
No, no,
it's
no. We good.
good.
We good.
Hello,
So tell me.
everybody.
Okay.
Um, thank, thank y'all for reaching out to Papo and having him bring me back. I feel the
What?
love on
What?
this love day. Feel the love. Thank y'all,
You feel
everybody.
loved. Let's see your shirt. Let's see your shirt.
They want me. Y'all want me, Mister Nobody Likes You. Mister Nobody Likes
On
You.
Valentine's Day. On
Well,
Valentine's Day.
um, it's more it more has it's like a double entendre type of thing where if you look at it and just read it as nobody likes you, people looking at it like, ooh, they some people could take offense to it.
Right.
Me, it's more so the motivation I get. I was told nobody has to like you,
Right.
but you have to do the things necessary for you, and you have to have that self love because it got to start with you
With
first.
yourself. Yes.
If you don't love you, how could you expect anybody else to love?
Yes.
You're not
Yes.
going to treat yourself in a way. You're not going to portray yourself in a way that you know gains that love. It becomes magnetic.
Right.
So honestly, if you want to continue on with it, hey, nobody likes me, but guess what? I'm gonna make you love me.
You're not there to please the other
Exactly.
person. I mean, you want you want those who love you. You want your friends and your family to be content with you, with your character, with your personality. But at the end of the day, you're not here to please everybody. You've got to make sure that your self worth is at its highest, right?
Yes, that is a fact. That is
And
a
and
fact.
and, and what do you think? Okay, because you mentioned, like me, you were brought up in religion. You were taught the Ten Commandments. You were taught love thy neighbor as yourself, right?
Yes.
What have you experienced? Give us your personal experience on the subject of love when it comes to the family, when it comes to business. In other words, give us an experience of how that could be forgotten just among family members. Love that could be forgotten among business partners. Love that could be forgotten amongst best friends. Love.
Wow, that was deep. And how it can be forgotten? Ooh, you caught me off guard with that. I was gonna go into the love of
Because
from
and you know I'm saying those things for a reason. We know each other,
yeah,
so
yeah,
I know. And I
yeah,
just mentioned three different aspects that I know you have a feeling about.
yeah,
Share.
yes. So, whew, I was raised in a huge family, a three-sided family at that, because there was my mom's side, my dad's side, and then my stepdad's side. Mom had eight brothers and eight siblings, so there was nine of them. So too stands true on my father's side. It was nine of them. Uh, then my step family seven. So all knew was family. It was something going on all the time. Somebody has something going on all the time. So it was we going over here to this family's house, we going over there to this family's house. And it was in a time where we grew up more so as brothers and sisters rather than cousins. So all of my aunts and uncles that had children, we were always close knit as a family. So the love was there, and you know that whole cliche of family first was beat into you. You gotta you have that love for your family. who's gonna have your back besides family, this, that, and third. But change as time goes on, life's things change and people
Um,
separate routes,
no, Yashin has
and
to come in.
we lose we
I didn't say
lose loved ones, and when it's the loss of loved ones,
there it
a
is.
lot of stuff change, especially when it comes to the matriarch that were the glue to the family. So, and you feel that when that love is gone, when that piece of love is gone, oh, you feel the impact of it, and you
Your your
realize how much they
your
meant.
your internet speed is horrible.
Mine,
Yeah, it's going in
I'm
and out.
sitting next to the router.
Okay, I'm gonna shut up because
I, I
well,
have,
well,
I think, I think become so long winded as a person. Once I'm comfortable, because I'm usually standoffish. I like to feel out things and take in stuff before I speak. But once I get to speaking, I'm so long winded. I think my devices now have cutoff times. Like you're doing too much, and it's set to just cut me off.
all right. All right, let's bring in our next guest. And um, I got you. I got you. Let's bring in our next guest to join in the conversation on Love Thy Neighbor. Miss Zenny herself. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Esteban Hour.
Hey, how's it going?
How are you? Happy Valentine's
Happy New
Day.
Year. Happy Valentine's
Well, happy
Day.
Valentine's Day. How are you doing, guys?
Awesome,
Good.
awesome, awesome.
You're
Okay.
doing
All right, so everybody, this is Seni. She is my ex. She is the mother of my children.
tonight.
Isn't she beautiful?
And you
Thank
don't
you
need to
for
refer to me. Yes, I am Zenny. Uh, I guess you don't need to refer to me as your ex. I am your kid's mother. Yes, and it's my first time, and I am very proud of you and happy to be here. Very excited for you and your podcast, and excited to be here. So, thank you.
awesome. I'm so giddy. I'm blushing from north,
Yes,
west, east, south. She would not come on season one. She was like, "Oh hell no, I don't do that."
you owe me a purse for this one.
See, I owe her. Okay, all right. You heard her, right, JB?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Loud and clear.
Loud and clear. All right. All right, thank you for coming on first episode, season two, and I definitely appreciate your support. So, as the mother of my children,
Hmm.
she's got a lot of stories that she can tell in regards to love. Even from me, she was telling me a few. And I was like, okay, if you want to tell that one.
You started this off with something very interesting, love for your children and love for, the family. And absolutely, I feel it took years for
Do
us to.
you know what she did? As soon as she's like, "What's the theme?" I'm like, "Well, it's about love thy neighbor. You know, the Valentine's Day shouldn't just be about spouses and your children this and that." The first thing she goes and she's like, "Really, your children? You
Mm-hmm.
you you want me to mention the love you show for your children?" I'm like what?
Hmm. No,
Okay,
no.
go ahead.
So, no, absolutely. I mean, we have a 22-year-old and 18-year-old. We have adult children. We don't have, babies. So this is not, something new.
That's what I thought. But I keep forgetting that they adults every time they're in my face like this.
They will never be, they will never be, they will never be adults. They will always be our babies. However, it's been a long, 22 and 18 years, and it took many years to get to, I feel, where we are today, where love is unconditional, and it regardless of where we are, in our relationship and in our lives, you will always be my go-to person. And I know that I will always be your go-to person, regardless of who is in our lives. So I
Right.
feel that that is what love is, right?
Absolutely.
Unconditional, regardless of whoever's in my life and regardless of whoever's in your life, including other partners, including family. Your family is my family is your family.
Yes.
And that is exactly what love is, right?
Yes.
So, I mean, and our children has embodied that, but they're also spoiled brats. Let's not, let's keep it real.
That puts it mildly. See, I'm rolling my eyes.
Whatever. But, we've created our monsters and we have to deal with our monsters. And
JB knows a thing or two about a monster or two
yeah.
or
So,
three.
yeah, so that's something that, you can't run away from either. And there are problems and we have to deal with them. And regardless, we're going to put up with it. And regardless, we're got to deal with it. So that's where I'm always going to fight. And that's where I'm going to deal with it. And that's where I'm going to always fight you. So,
And I fight. I will fight to the depths. But
yes,
at the end of the day, she's correct. You
yes.
know, the mama is usually always correct. I'm just, no, I love my children unconditionally, but that don't mean I'm not gonna complain. Get out if I get out of my face, get out of my face at the moment. And what she's saying is I do get frustrated even with my own kids because they're spoiled as hell. But like she said, and everyone tells me, you did that. I did that. I spoiled them. And it's true because I wasn't spoiled. We were disciplined, with anything.
Mhm.
We didn't have not even half the things that all three of us have today. So I thought it was the opposite of just showering the kids with, whatever they that was the worst thing to do. So I'm quick to be like, I'm not doing this for you. I'm not doing that for you. And she's like, and I'm like, but look what they did, and blah, blah, blah. And she's like,
What are you working for if it's not for them? What are we doing this for if it's not for them? Like, I feel like they are the reason or the main reason, right? That we do it as hard as we do. And it's just so my whole thing is do all that complaining to me, but keep it only to me. In public and with everybody else,
right,
we stay that unified front
right.
and make sure that it's only to me. So that's my fight with you. And stay right there.
Uh, uh,
And make sure that it stays right there. And I'm sure that you don't hear a lot of people talk to him like that, but you best to believe I've earned this.
Yes, yes. And we have such a beautiful relationship that I don't have to judge anything that she says. I don't have to question. And I don't have to think, is she saying or wanting or doing something for a selfish reason? We do not treat each other like that. So she pops out and says, I need $50 today, or pops out and says, I need $500 tomorrow. It's never a question of for what, because I have 100, 200% loyalty and trust that she's coming to me for whatever it is that she needs to come to me for, because if she didn't, she wouldn't. And that's the way that it should be. So when she's telling me off about how I'm wrong with my love feelings or non-love feelings, it's food for thought. At least in my family structure, it's food for thought. And I always come around, calm down, and I love you, I love you, I love you. Because again, ultimately, that is what it's supposed to be about. And Sani and I, we broke up when our kids were young, um, but nothing's changed. And like she said, that is what true love is about. We became the best of friends, and it was about co-parenting, and we've never allowed our relationships to get in between her and our children has always been first and number one in
They
our,
have to accept it regardless, because
and
he
they
ain't
had
going
to
nowhere
accept.
and I'm not going
That's
anywhere.
right. That's right. People fringe when they find out that my baby mama is one of my tenants and's
Mm-hmm.
been one of my tenants for
A
10,
decade at
15
least.
years.
For real.
Okay.
He's downstairs. If I ever get arrested, I'm calling him because he's gonna make sure I'm out because he don't want to take care of the girls. He's gonna make sure I'm out with the girls. You best to believe I'm calling him. If I get a flat tire, I'm calling him. It's just, it's just he's my person.
Yes, yes. And the sides have to wait. It wasn't easy. It took time to
Yeah,
get to that.
it takes years.
It
It
took
does
time to
take
get
time.
to that. The jealousy of our relationships
Yeah,
with us because of my relationship with her and her relationship with me.
yeah.
But that is a definition of true love. When you feel something for someone, nothing and no one should be able to change that. Not money, not someone else, if those are your genuine feelings. And we both said to each other that we come first, our family comes first, and everything else, including our relationships that we do not bear children with, come second. What say you, JB?
That's a lot of maturity right there.
That's
Y'all
exactly
just
what it
told
is. It's
everybody. Y'all
maturity.
showed
It's
everybody
And
maturity.
I've met his
a lot of
girlfriend.
growth, and a lot of maturity.
No
It's
problem.
that. Ooh,
No
ooh.
problems at all.
Because when it comes to breaking up and having children, that becomes a whirlwind of error. So,
Yes.
being that y'all weathered the storm, congratulations. Congratulations.
Because
It's
it's
a
not
long and
easy.
windy road to it, but and it's a blessing. It's a blessing. At
Now,
the end of the
what
day, it's all about them. We have to come back to it being about them.
right,
Yeah,
right.
you wanted to say something?
No, so my question was going to be, so in hearing our experience, what do you think is missing in the world that everyone else can't learn to love unconditionally that way?
Mm. I
I started off with it. Maturity.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And also, but it took time, right? Well, I think that when you're still in the mix of it all, you got to get over that, right? And that takes time. Time is definitely a big part of it. And when you realize, okay, this part of it is over, and now how do we make the rest of it work? And what is really important, then I'm sorry, but we were both very ambitious. We were both in college. We both, had not much at all.
Yeah.
I finished college, you finished college, you wanted more money, I wanted more money. And now look at where we are now, right? Where we're finally enjoying the fruits of our labor. And now we can relax a little bit. We're seeing our daughters hustle and do what they need to do to go ahead and grow what they need to grow for themselves. And it's not as bad as it used to be, but it takes time. So patience, right? And time. So if you put that in, you will absolutely get there. But without doing that, you're not going to get very far. But if the back and forth, the back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, if you don't stop that to go ahead and decide to move on, then you won't get there.
Right.
And that's why I said it stems with maturity.
Yeah.
Because you can give it all the time and all the attention you want. But if it's the wrong time and the wrong attention and you just dwelling on the negative, you're just gonna waste a lot of time on a lot of nonsense.
Yeah.
It's when you accept what your role is and where you want to get and set goals and y'all meet on that same level and y'all know where y'all want to bring it to that nice calm to the storm, then that's when things grow from there. It grows from there. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful. I was under the misconception,
Mm-hmm.
like y'all,
Mm-hmm.
of we didn't have much growing up. I was raised in a single parent home for years before my stepdad stepped into the picture, and I just thought, the same way as not getting all of that lovey-dovey feeling and going out and finally getting it. Now you're craving it, and now that's what you want to give off. Same way as when you grow up in a single parent home where everybody's just scraping by,
Right.
you start to tell yourself when you have children, that's not gonna be their life, my life, or their lives. I'm gonna break my neck, do it, jump through hoops, whatever it takes to do what I have to do for those kids. But as I grew, that became a misconception because yes, I started to notice that you guys are monsters and spoiled monsters. So it's like,
We
wait,
would
where did
we,
I
we
go
would like to
wrong?
use a couple of curse choice
Yeah,
words there.
I'm trying to keep it PG, but it's
I'm
like,
with you.
it's like I did all of this, and this is the things I get. But then
Right.
that's when you have to
Right.
take a step back, and it's like, wait a minute, giving them stuff doesn't quote unquote make me a good father because in a heartbeat everything can be snatched away. It's all material. Then you have to grasp the thing of if you truly love your kids, you have to instill in them traits, qualities that they need to make it on their own
Discipline.
once they're ready to leave the nest.
Yeah.
That
Discipline.
and when you teach them different things, it's yes, and that's when you know that you become that parent. It's not just
Absolutely.
about showering them with gifts and this, because oh man, oh man, oh man.
What
I
I
was
came to
those
realize, what,
when Instagram put out this show. Look, they got this, they got that. Look what no,
right,
because
right.
they grow thinking because I am who I am, I deserve all this. It's
Yes.
supposed to be. It's
Yes.
supposed to be. No,
Yes.
no. I'm at the
When-
stage where you gotta earn things now.
Right. When you take away that iPhone, they look at you like you stupid. What? You took my phone away. Yeah, I did. And but you're right. You know what I learned growing up? What I was supposed to do was give myself everything.
Men,
And but balance, and I don't mean give myself everything. I mean, in other words, because how I was, if I bought me a video game, I bought my kids something too. If I bought me a coat, I bought them a coat. I didn't have to do that. They didn't need something every time I got something, and I got something whenever I wanted it. And that's what I learned, that I should have just had them work for it, right? I should have said, okay, do these chores or do this for dad, and maybe I didn't do that. Whatever they wanted or asked for, I just went out and got. Don't bother me. Here you go. And that turned out to
I
be not
gotta
good.
say,
Oh, but
I
ask
kind
them something. Watch their expression.
Go ahead, Sunny.
so I have to say that my experience growing up was very different, and so I'm listening to two men, right? Point of view growing up, right? And me as a female growing up. I grew up in a household where my grandmother did everything for me. Okay. Spanish, Hispanic household. Grandma did everything. Grandma was at home. She was worried about me focusing on school. She wanted me to get good grades. So she cleaned, she cooked, she did everything. And she just wanted me to behave, go to church, and get good grades. That's all she wanted me to do. Focus on school, getting good grades, and being a good girl. And guess what? I did. And I was scared of all a 4 feet woman. I was scared of her. I was terrified of her. I was 18 years old, coming home straight from school, didn't dare to kiss my boyfriend, didn't dare to do anything that what I wasn't supposed to do because I had so much respect for this little lady. And of
Yeah.
course, my mother was a working, hardworking mom that focused on doing exactly what her mother taught her to do, which was work hard, did everything that she was supposed to do. And when she passed away, Bianca, our daughter, Bianca, our oldest daughter, was 7 months old. And I didn't know how to do a lot of nothing, right? Cooking, cleaning, and all the things that I was supposed to already
Nothing.
know how to do. Shut up. All the
Nothing.
things that I was supposed to know how to do at 21, I didn't know how to do. But guess what? I saw my grandmother do it every single day. And guess what? I started doing them myself. Every single thing that my grandmother did for me growing up, I do right now every single day for my daughters. And I want my daughters to focus on being good girls, doing what they're supposed to do, and getting everything done the way that I was raised. And I do it so lovingly without complaining, and
Yes.
everything that he's complaining about with the girls, I do so lovingly every day without a problem. So, my experience growing up
Yes.
with the love of my grandmother and my family on a daily basis was received. And I want my daughters to feel that every day from me until I'm not there so that they could give that to their children. And my daughters are right now adults and they're not parents yet. And I'm just really proud of the fact that I don't got a teenage moms and I don't got my daughter's 22. I was already a parent at 21. So
I'm
right
not
there,
having it.
high fiving, Papa,
I'm
high five. Like right, just right there, like she's already thinking, what she wants to do with her future is just different than how I was thinking back then too.
and I've already told them too. I'm cutting you off if you make me a grandfather before I'm
No, you're not.
50.
So, no, you're not. So, but it's just my experience is different, and that's the way that I experience love, and that's what I want to show my girls. So yes, I understand the whole making them work for it, and I understand the whole giving them chores and all of that. But my expression of love and the way that my love language is giving more than receiving, and the whole the whole give and take thing and all of that, I'm kind of not with it too much. So I feel like a man's point of view is very different. But I'm also, you know, the main breadwinner of my household. So I can get to decide that.
Right. Right. What about love amongst our neighbors? Love in the streets.
Oh,
Love at work.
love. I'm too giving. I want to just help everybody. And I'm also a leader at work. I kind of get in trouble too much for that. So when I became, and I started climbing the corporate ladder, this is when I started to get in trouble with giving too much love, right? Because I'm too much sweetie and honey, and that also helped me, not having to remember names and stuff. And it was like stop it too much with the sweetie and the honey and the babes and the stuff like that. So I had to tone that down a little bit. And I think you understand what I mean, right?
Yeah,
Always,
yeah.
oh, sweetie, that thank you, sweetheart. No, we got to stop that. So you have to tone that down when it comes to your professional life. And that was kind of a hard transition for me, especially as times start changing, because I feel like once upon a time that was more acceptable. It's not that acceptable now. Now you can actually get in trouble at work, and it's considered kind
At
of
work.
harassment. Yeah, and that's changing in from our 80s time where it wasn't that big of a deal to call someone sweetie and honey and all of that stuff. Times are changing for sure.
Absolutely.
That's
Absolutely. And that's a good perspective that you brought up when it comes to the work place and environment. But let me ask you a question. Okay, so you said, that sweetie and things, times change, the generations has changed in regards to that term of endearment. But what about just in general, the love? Just in general. Just in general, do y'all feel, does your comrade, does your employee, um 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 do you feel that they have any kind of compassion in the in the workplace? Do they care whether you're at lunch or hungry? Do they care that you've got to go take a break? Do they care that you didn't get everything done? Like, how do you feel in the work environment when it comes to love?
Well, it's kind of not
You
fair
want to
for
take
me. Yeah, it's not fair for me because I've been at my job for a long time, and I feel like you get what you give. And
You get what you do.
yeah, I'm definitely, I'm gonna get a lot of love because I give a lot of love. I work for a nonprofit that helps people and saves lives. And I work at a place where they tell you every single day, thank you for what you do and thank you for your service, et cetera, et cetera. So the giving of the love and the receiving of the love is actually something that happens every single day, and this is why I'm still there. It's kind of why I refuse to leave, because I actually love what I do and who I do it for. So at work is kind of shaped who I am as an adult, as a mother, as a woman. It's very hard for me not to show love at work. Very hard for me not to show love at work. But as far, and it's actually who I am as a leader as well. I like to train, I like to teach, I like to um welcome people. I like to express, what we do at work and what we do in my department. We have tours that come in. I have people visit from all over the world to the office and say what we do at the office. It's something that I like to do quite a bit. So it's kind of not fair for me to talk about work because that's what we do at work and at my office. So it's not the average place of work where you would normally work. And no, I love going to work because
Right.
what we do at work is saving lives. How could you not love that? It's kind of not fair.
Right.
So I love it.
And she just brought a good another point of view to the aspect of love. Love. I wish I had that song that I could really play. Where is the love? I was listening to it the other day, and the words are they mean everything. The words are exactly in what I'm trying to convey. Where is the love? I'd like to put a curse word or two before then, but we'll just say where's the love.
I want to say on a note of at the workplace, you gotta kind of like be a chameleon. Like you gotta fit the situation because if you're on the type of job that allows for you to get to know people and because you realize if you're going in 8 hours a day and then there's some every so often there's mandatory overtime, technically you almost spending more time with these people or just as much time with these people as your family. So you would at first it comes off like you want to create a atmosphere where it is built on love, trust, and compassion, and everybody working along. But at the end of the day, I had to learn the hard way. We not friends. We here to get a job done. We expendable, and will slight you at the smallest thing. And that love that you have, it could come off as a weakness to certain people, and they'll take advantage. And you
Right.
don't want to leave yourself open to that stuff. And you gotta
Where they take
know
your
to
kindness for
feel out
weakness.
certain people. Yes, and you gotta play with it as I can give you this much, but not that much. With certain people, you have to
Right.
feel that out as a person. But as far as love on the job, most of us don't even love the job unless you actually love the job and it's your dream job. You feel
What
like
a
a job.
great point. What a
Then
great
it don't feel
point.
like
That's
a job.
true. That's true. That's true.
But
Yeah.
if I don't love this job and I'm grouchy, I don't even want to be here. That's the energy you're gonna give off to everyone.
Right. Right.
So
And
that's
if
how
you
I
don't
feel.
even love the
So
job,
when it comes
you
to the
damn sure don't
workplace,
care about the employees.
yes, yes, and because they get so much for your time at the job, that's why it's best when they say yes. Do not bring work home.
Do not bring yeah. Yeah.
They get enough. They get enough of our time.
Okay. So let's
So
move
yeah,
on
on
to
that note,
the next subject on the under love. When it comes to um the government, when it comes to the economy, when it comes to your finances, okay? Where's the love when you go into the bank and ask for a loan? Where's the love when you need babysitting and not spending $500 a day? Where's the love? It don't exist. Give me my $500 or your child is going to be held out on the street corner. He's like, and the government just gets to tell you what the heck you going to do from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed, right? So it's like, where's up? As much as I feel people are trying to strengthenize hate,
Strength.
we need to love, love, love. And it starts with us. It starts in our own homes. It starts with our own characters, our own personalities, our own children, teaching our children to love and respect one another. It starts with us. More love around, more love around. Okay.
I
My
just
my
wanted to bring out one more point. When it came to the love thy neighbor, back in the day, 80s, 70s, 80s, when our parents grew up and raised us, they understood that when they had children, it took a village.
Mhm.
It takes a village to raise a child. So
yes,
we were set free in under some horrible conditions,
yes,
violence, all kind of nonsense going on in the street. But it's like, because you're a child and because we are in the community and we are neighbors, we're gonna do our dirt. We're gonna, the grown-ups did it. Like, we're gonna do our dirt. We have situations we gotta deal with. But at the end of the day, we're gonna be mindful of these kids so that it doesn't trickle over to them. That
right,
nowadays they don't care. These dudes are having all kind of beefs and stuff, and they're running through parks and shooting and stuff, and they don't care who's in their path. Because as time went on, people forgot that it took a village, and it's like, if we said anything or did anything wrong, Miss So and So would scold us, and you didn't dare go back and tell your parents that you got scolded by Miss So and So, because now you're about to get scolded by them, because Miss So and
right,
So, Mr. So and So is not going to
right,
scold you unless you did something wrong. So now I know you did something wrong. Now you got to deal with me. So you just kept it on hush. Now, if somebody outside goes to say anything, if they look at you wrong, the parent is going after them. It's like they giving the children power to get adults in
yes,
trouble. And
yes,
it's leading us down the path of destruction, because they feel like, I got this. I don't need this village. But look at what y'all are creating when y'all don't take advantage of that love that the neighbors have for each other and use your village.
right, absolutely, absolutely. And I think because we've structured this conversation a lot around the kids, and I think the point there is it starts with the kids. It starts with at home, that at home training from when they're young to when they become adults, to now be able to dish out that love or hate out, to their own families and out into the world, because the world today is a bunch of haters, greediness, haughtiness, puffed up with pride, no accountability, right? No one, no, not I. That's today's model, not I, not me. Um, and it starts from home, and it's our generation that's teaching these kids that,
Mhm.
including a little bit from us, and we just don't realize it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it may not turn out to be love. It'll turn out to be something else, because these kids, they're not learning about love. They're learning about entitlement. They're learning about mine, me. What you gonna do for me? What am I gonna get out of that? People can't even sweep and mop for $15 anymore. They must get 25, $30 to sweep them up. Now, I'm not saying that they don't deserve that. I'm just saying At what point did a job stop being a job?
It looked like Zenny wanted all
No,
parts of that. Go
but
ahead.
it's not helping that the government is also getting involved in us
Yes.
being able to parent, right? So
Yes.
it's not only up to us anymore.
Yes.
Now we don't have the right to go ahead and make those decisions on our own anymore. And that is
Including
the
social
reality.
media.
Yes, that is the reality of today's world. Now beat the shit out, beat the crap out of your kid. Go ahead.
Right.
Go ahead. I dare
Right.
you. Go ahead.
Right.
Because
They dare you.
get
They
exactly.
dare you. They dare you.
I'm in
Yes.
therapy. I'm in therapy just because the tone of my voice is too loud, right? I'm Puerto Rican. Like this is natural. This is the way I
Right.
talk. Oh, this is
Right.
screaming.
Right.
This is abuse. No, it's not. This is normal in my world, in my household. My mother's 10 octaves above this.
In my household, the octave was the stick
You
or the shoe
okay?
yeah.
Jenga's exactly. So, I mean, now it's not even up to us on how we can discipline and how we can, decide on how we choose to. So we have to find alternative ways. But now we have adults, right? So now it's guiding. And I say right now, my job is to help them or give them advice on the decisions that they're making today. Right now, I'm not making the decisions for them. No, that's not my job anymore. I already, did my best, with giving them the tools that they need to make the best decisions that they can. So now I have to give them advice on the decisions that they're going to make in their future. That's all I can do now. They're adults.
And that's it.
That's it.
And that's it. But even though the children are adults or will become adults, we still need to keep stressing about love. Stressing about love. Because I noticed too with this generation, they're very easy to give up. They're very easy to think that they are not loved. They're very easy to be prone on, they're not wanted. They're not appreciated. And but in reality they are. It's just that this is the entitlement generation. You need to lower your standards a little bit here from your own parents, and then maybe we'll be eye to eye.
But
All
now
right.
there's also diagnosis that didn't exist as much back then, right? How many of us
Yes.
didn't have
Yes.
ADHD? How many of us didn't have, all the things that nowadays are getting medicated that should have been medicated back in our day? I'll be back. My daughter needs something.
It's funny you say that because again, yeah, there's a hell of a lot of cases where people are diagnosed with this ADHD. People are on the
Oh,
spectrum of
yes.
being autistic, whether it's mild or extreme. And it's like,
Yeah.
man, to me, I don't think nobody got no ADHD. Y'all just need a whoop
Right.
because you ain't gonna be
Right.
bouncing around if you know you about to get popped for doing that.
Right.
But because we
Right.
can't do all of that popping and
Right.
taking care of them, and now we get arrested. That's why these children are just all over the place, bouncing all over the place, because they don't know how to sit still.
Right.
Because the government is not allowing us to discipline our children. Because yeah, a bunch of us, like you said, may have needed that medication, literally, but our medication was whatever our parents got their hands on. If
Yes.
I'm next to the brush, you getting hit with a brush. If I'm next to a wooden spoon, the belt, something, a cord,
Yes.
something, a branch,
Yeah.
whatever's next to me, you getting whacked.
I think I've gotten hit with everything that you said.
I could literally say I got hit with everything except the kitchen
I,
sink.
I got a long list. Yes,
Yes,
everything but the kitchen sink.
but the kitchen sink. Because if those pipes came loose, that was gonna go flying too.
That was going to, yes.
That would have
Back
came
away.
flying. Yes.
Step away from the loose
Yeah.
pipe before you get bashed with it.
That,
Yes.
so
Yes.
you know, because they not allowing us, and it's this cater culture with go sit in timeout. These kids are feeling like, yo, I just did this. Nothing. I just got yelled at. I got a little timeout. I got my phone taken away for a little while. Eventually, as we all do, we're gonna adjust
Right.
to not having that stuff. Cause I put my child on punishment. They looking at around like, now that I don't have a phone, like what? No TV. What do I do? Man, we got punished and we had nothing. Better read a book.
Stare at the wall. Just
Better read
stare
a
at it.
book. Yeah, you better read a book or something. You got to
Wait,
figure
wait,
it out.
wait. Tonight, Senny just mentioned being a Puerto Rican. Okay. How about that rice? Kneeling on that rice?
What? I'll never forget. I was just talking with my aunt, and I remember her putting ivory soap in my mouth because
Yes. Yes.
he
Me
put
too.
ivory soap in my mouth, she was combing my hair. She was corn braiding my hair, and she put ivory soap in my mouth. Yes, she did.
My mother did that to us too.
Mhm,
Yes. And let me tell you, soap is
mhm,
disgusting.
And it lingers.
mhm,
Yes.
mhm.
Oh, I guess you've had a teaspoon of soap too.
Oh yeah. You say something out of the way or
And
what they supposed to say, you get your mouth washed out with soap.
Irish Spring and Ivory.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. 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 All right. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Senny, for coming on the first episode of season 2. I hope you will come back.
Maybe another purse.
Okay.
You
All
guys,
right.
okay? Have a good night.
Listen up.
All right.
We got in a special video chat from video message from Lady D herself. Um damn, she just said see ya. Deuces. All right, Lady D. Our other half from our famous duo of Lady D and JB. She sent us in a nice video chat saying hello to everybody. So let's check her out.
Y'all. Happy New Year, happy Valentine's Day, and all that good stuff. I'm looking forward to seeing you again. It's the one and only Lady D. I'm so excited for the new season. I hope you guys can join us. New friends coming, new topics, yin and yang. You know what it is. So, again, I hope you enjoy your night. I'm here with my boo tonight, and we can't wait to join you guys on a new podcast season. One love.
Awesome.
I
Awesome.
bet.
Thank you, Lady D. Our very own Lady D. Yeah, she's you know Lady D. She's ready. She's ready to come on and argue with you.
Oh yeah.
And speaking of arguing, she wanted to know what were you doing tomorrow? She can do some stuff. She said tomorrow night.
Tomorrow
We
night
could talk.
I may be hitting the road.
All
Depending
right,
on
we could
the
talk
time.
about it later. We
If
could
we
talk
get
about
on
it.
early, if we get on early enough, I'm planning on being on the road out driving to New York. Gotta come down with the U-Haul. Um
Uh-oh.
I might
Uh-oh.
jump on the road maybe 9 o'clock, 10.
Okay.
So if we
All right,
do
we got one more guest. We have one more guest we're gonna bring in that is going to give us our how do you say our good luck energy vibes for season 2. Come on over here, girl. and say hello. Look at you. Sexy, sexy, sexy.
Hi,
Aww.
everybody.
Say hello to the world.
Hello, world. Hello. I'm happy to be here.
Are you?
Yeah, it's very.
Finally, huh?
Yeah. What's all this talk about child abuse? I was listening to.
Well,
I used to just eat ivory soap for no reason. But call me weird. I don't know. But yeah, I did that.
you heard what she said?
Yes. Which means that gave her a pass for having a potty mouth.
There you go. There you go. I love it. Love it. Love it.
Great.
You know what? Thank you.
Don't threaten me
I
with a
like
good time.
your attitude.
I see you all dressed in nice and red.
Yes, I wear some of the
Happy Valentine's Day.
Thank you. I wear some of the concert boo merch,
All
of
right,
course.
right. Yeah, we're doing our red thing. All of us are doing our red thing.
Yes,
You got to step back in
And
because.
I bought something for you.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, later.
Okay. No, I mean you can show them.
We're on camera.
Alright. So what's going on? So what are we talking about?
All right, listen. She just wanted to say hello to everybody. This is Jenny. She's going to be on the show as well throughout the season, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So we just wanted to say hi and introduce her to the world. She's got a great sense of humor and great character and personality to bring a little spice to the Esteban Hour.
Well, thank you.
Okay.
Well, speaking of which, I'm gonna be cooking, so I'm gonna bring some food on.
Okay.
Yeah. You said spice. I'm just thinking about,
That
the
sounds
spices and the stuff that I'm making and everything.
all right.
Well,
Well,
That's
Thank you.
love.
I brought you another bottle of the good stuff.
That's it right there.
Yeah, I know. Cheers.
All right.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's
Look at
Day.
them spending Valentine's Day.
Cheers.
Of course.
Awesome.
Cheers, everyone.
Cheers. Happy Valentine's Day to everybody. Thank you, Jenny.
Thank you.
All right. Okay. That is an excellent way to end the first show. My brother, happy Valentine's Day. I love you. All right. That is what this is about. Valentine's Day now is between brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles, parents. It doesn't matter. So long as you let the people that you care about know that you care about them. Right. JB, give that beautiful daughter of yours a hug and a kiss for me. I love her as well. Your whole family. All right. Your mom in heaven. Mwah, I love her. Okay. And we will be talking. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming on. All right.
Yeah.
Hold it. Stay right there to the side. All right. All right. So that is a wrap for season 2, episode 1. All right. We just threw ourselves in here. And so come next week, we will go back to the normal arrangement of things of how everyone has known us to be from season 2. All right. We're going to be throwing in our little week in review, 15-minute segments of where we're going to be talking about current events, current affairs, what's going on, out in the news sector as well. All right, we've got beautiful, heartwarming stories and experiences from everyday folks such as you and I that are coming. All right, stories that are going to make you cry, stories that are going to make you smile and laugh, all kinds of stories. All right, but just so that you understand, if you're going through whatever situation that you hear about on the Esteban Hour, somebody else is most likely going through it too. Okay. All right, we've got many things coming up, so please stay tuned. We'll be here Fridays, 8 p.m. All right, live most of the time. Sometimes it will not be live, but check in periodically throughout the days as we drop other little recordings in between then. All right, as we get back in the groove and get our gears running and going for more of the Esteban Hour. More laughing. We love to laugh here. Okay. All right. And as we are back, I am going to get back in touch with a lot of other folks that we engaged with in season one. All right. Please don't forget to set your alerts and your notifications so that whenever we come on live or whenever an advertisement is posted, you will get that and you will be on scheme, on point with what's going on here at the Esteban Hour. All right. As for our weekend review, we will get to that eventually because there's just so much in politics going on and we know it. That's all I got to say. All right. I love you all. Thank you for sticking with us here at the Esteban Hour. We hope to bring more exciting and juiciness as we go on into the year of 2025. All right. Stay tuned for more. All right. If you had a goal that you have accomplished today, don't forget to say to yourself, this is how we do it. Good night, everybody.